is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Hopeson Adorye TC NPP force to mama mokaba. Hopeson TC NPP force to say mo na mo say easy. O Jean Mensah o ye brutal bi ntime no. Ene de ba ne san ena Jean Mensah mo sori de tia na akoko to no. Ablekuma North NPP se me wini NDC se me wini ye kwa akonya no. Yamfa mama ntena so say committee ma ye djuma no. Eno mo kwa akonya no e say easy say pam no twa no 19 polling centers ensan ko to no. Wa we sikure yan so be eba parliament be ka say maye bibia mu hia police protection pe na ya ka no maka yan wi na te say maye coalition wi na bibia deda na kwem afa de musa kwato fufuro Jean Mensah ne boss Masare ne no crop no ma pom papa na Hopeson kire say we ntina NDC for ko say yenye Jean Mensah oh ya kumi Ernest patwa na mo se do akwatia ahon so by election beba and this is solid them, but Yakon some dear, or Madama for ye pa. 24-hour economy won't some or be bree, Hopeson Adorye, or more abroad city. So
Ablekuma said Nana Wokano, yet to Abaniviano. Results were declared.
Yeah.
Both presidential and parliamentary. Media, I have seen a video. Yama a Rabna Obin and Sir. I declare no.
And this one the man is also an answer.
Returning officer.
Returning officer. The producer share video no say ubenya maye e no beboa.
Dabio. Share emra ne de adwuma organa ha.
Yes.
MPP for the pick and choose. What you say? Ye ba beto ye be ye Jean Mensah be declaration presidential. What's in aka 9 constituencies.
Yes.
Ye de ni nyina akra Mahmoud Bawumia still John Mahama wa wini. And go ahead. We'll go ahead, you know. Bawumia got 41.something%.
Yes.
Anameboa.
Yes.
Yet na ni nyina beka ho no mo ye no. No anya 38.2. NDC for kasa, they you can say MPP for kasa. They want to stay in the first one 41%. Omure fi say ye dey yi nyina beka ho 276 you can say constituencies, you know. Omunya 38.2. Wo boss wa no mo fi.
But Oman Gazette 41.75.
Oh. Gazette no covering how many constituencies?
276.
It cannot be possible. And the people oh yeah no abon.
Oh, electoral commission. By law.
Yeah, first one 57 point something, 41.7. That would deny Abeka who next figures in remain the same one no abon.
No, but that is the Gazette.
Please. I didn't add the voice to media and I said no can say electoral commission should be sacked. You can say leadership. 2020.
Yes.
Variation of figures is yeah. Now I mean common sense. Class 1 child should know the differences. Yeah, dear manaka 9 constituencies. We are 57 point something, we are 41 point something. Near the 9 no sabe beka ho figure no percentage no and remain the same da. And remain the same da. Eti that numbers o muga kire. Back to Ablekuma.
Yes.
The CI electoral commission the aduma no. Was say ye declaration or polling station. Ewie. So one challenge near your declaration where you can call for recount. True or false?
True.
Now, so still a month for the recount will not be done at the polling station. Ebeba Coalition Center. Then is also no Omaba Bay recount on Ukraine once.
Yeah.
Now, see a year coalition. The coalition center, the whole constituency coalition center. Nasa office said you may be in you challenge it before declaration.
Yeah.
Yeah, declare the party electoral commission has no business. The only authority obey my High Court. Nyabotre. High Court. Now, in this case, on the 9th or 10th or whatever,
10th.
a Rabna Obi was declared as the member of parliament elect.
Yes.
Electoral commission has no business. The next step, and he say, MPP beko high court. That high court ahwehwem. Wasi da bi yehwemu no awura wan we ne nti kokote na fie. Anasa wo we ne ye to aso na ye wadwuma. Mo anje mo ja samra na to hodum. Akwa electoral commission achi say yenko ne ensan konko ye regulation. Wo mumra no so. Wo bumra no so. Eye clear black and white. You declare candidate you cannot do anything unless you proceed to court.
Yeah.
Share you can say question. The issue no electoral commission garden. One can say obi a want to say be on court. Yeah. Electoral commission so obi a want to say be on court. You know, omo court, I don't didi mu na court. E dey the verdict. E dey e buy. Eti adenti na MPP beka say we there be enti. First question, how can you have a scan copy without original?
I don't know the original.
Yes. How did you get the scan copy?
Of course, from the original.
Well, many are pardon, but my main money is Mune. So, Sa Kululu no. Ya kwa kofa, ya kani saying, pink sheet, ni a ye, ni a scan it, ni a two original na to baby. I didn't. Now, what a year the amount? Ya ade, ya tewo the amount. How did you scan it? Did you scan it there? Ya di share winsana. Did you scan it there? And a pink sheet, you know, a year various police stations. A German is more 200 police stations. Ya about 200 pink sheet. 200 pink sheet. So how did you scan? And then the other man would your original Nikita. Yes, strategy. 2020, I contested for parliamentary. In fact, that, you know, so I pink sheet in the other. I know some of these status and you know. Mena me catch you. Say like difference in the Kitwebia. Yes. Okay, a new pink sheet.
I say,
I was called difference in the was there be the intimate. What would you know? It's one come here. Ebi anke seat no. What would you know? Eti ma yemfasa asem we nye agro.
Yeah.
Now, what tene accuse electoral commission? How? Ejan people for na electoral commission omo ye papa.
Aka be tu.
Hey.
Aka be tu. On ko ekora.
Na dey. Asema bi.
Aka ne.
What tene electoral commission there, who yi the whole world omo na ye papa. Any ade. Then after there mo say electoral commission ye. Adenti. Na dey obi ni kwan say waka say wadwuma no wonye ni ya na ebe yi afri ho. Na adwuma na do kokotra say kokoda wo so. Say obi ye independent institution doesn't mean say edwan no ye independent. No. Ghana for ntena say e masa de no ma. Ana ekwa fa so edi yi omufri ho so no de eye clear.
Yes.
Wo decide say wo tro say electoral commission wo hu say yi a wo ye wa show gross incompetence. Edi ade a Amouti committee no muhwem na say eye no kra. One be pam no. How can you set aside mra emma authority ma di adwuma? We setting aside na wan kasa kokoye wayi. In the first place, circulation or musa kokoye recollation was wrong.
Yes. Yes.
It was wrong. Na ye gina yedim. Wo wa ban mu a at least we dem say Mr. Judge we there or dem bo. What would they no? Wo be ye case dey akokoto nanim. Any ade. Sabi obadi gina e wo hono mu a ye de ye yi. Eti da me meka gina ne say.
Okay.
Me that the whole entire result should be cancelled for a fresh elections in the constituency. Na enkoye 19, enkoye 3, enkoye 40 something in the kakeka ho. That you are cancelling na you see the whole constituency munsan konkoto no fufuro. No makokoto no fufuro. Okay. Naka asumjaba because emranu me wo mu say infractions ni bi ba na say na tia e say to be cancel no monto no fufuro.
But mo dey mo feel candidate on.
That say we no enye open to people to contest.
Okay.
Between two.
Okay.
The two na we say me na ma win me na ma win no. Omo na eye. All right. Other candidates omo contest here 2024. Say independent and say hwan no. Omo no they don't have the right to contest this time.
All right.
Only the two.
Maminda Hopeson Adorye na obeka dey.
Yes, David. me share my own meal on to and self to kind of friends. Yes. Me brother ni asem o kan. Enya no kware say e ko share dem ko share kokoro no e creative pinshit
Smoke creative.
please. Enya no kware.
Okay, enya no.
Now, yen set your office coalition office. Until you the pink sheet number, yes, can it as well. They're calling for recoalition. Pink sheet and the call, yen DC will pink sheet NDC for the pink sheet at the team, including electoral commission. Over try at more as
and it's all kinds of can
I end this
for the OD said man, John Bahama, I'm an appointed as MDC, MC. Yes, anyone, what are you talking about?
That Obia declared the candidate, where the Bogota Yatum. Obia declared the candidate, where the Bogota Yatum.
Me say about one, Mamma can be to be back.
If you were so,
me make a video soon can say,
because I dance here, Mamma, dance is a bit of my dance.
As you say any constituency. Me Ablekuma North and Ablekuma South.
Where Chama was out.
So we know what we are talking about.
And you can say we
are constituency organizer lady here.
Debbie. Oh, can say we near dance here. Table we so no. At the end of the day, Debbie. At the end of the day, na assemble. You have a friend. Me impe court in Zambia. Wadama. She signed na.
Me say basa no. I one party pen here.
What they come from?
Debbie. To sign na young divorce on them.
Person be yasa intima you free.
Yes so say pedifo we nya person.
Person be yasa but you catch us say the only day mom here to trust them no. Ye nim no so constituency organizer. Almost near ma pink sheet on team electoral commission pink sheet na. Maame no ye free om catch am so om enko ye the remaining train one can kire IGB say ye man ho security ye born ho ban. I dey talk guys ye born ho ban. A constituency like Ablekuma North is a stronghold of MPP. Yen enko high tax in Koguho mamun ko buru. Okay.
My young chamba
we need to clear it. There's nowhere that constituency no will go to NDC.
Okay.
Oh.
Na from in a actually o maje. Wo afia o maje. MPP for dia. Eso maje. Enti wanya we na de ba be say.
Constitution na. The only person obetima order say and then institution obetima order say yen koye rerun of election e court. So electoral commission dey work kwa koye
eti collation no na when dey say o masa order no recollation enya court to pen o masa order no
o si ba enti at the time no the electoral commission be see nkunya ma yeti ase say the officer no was under duress or call say election no omo to omo nsi so say omo kwashi for that reason intini yenko ensanko ye recollation moje ni saying so that time moje so abra na munim say it is only a court of competent jurisdiction e betimi order for that position
and until at this time no yakko court
and he said the money aba mo so
yakko court say court and 29
okay the yanko so enra mo ye say mo call Iyoko office in solidarity for former buffer stock CEO no Wakudin Sensemewo Yukunsa. I think this is about the 11th day or 10th day. 11th day. Still an ultimate meeting bill, and at the end, chamber 2 months, say, more call this at the end off. Still, I know what's the position?
The reason is simple. Yankasi say, will be a degonia. My ancient.
Okay.
My branch. But the rate at which NDC for Edinburgh intimidating you is what we are calling for. You see, today NDC sees nothing wrong with it too. But can who say to me esisa emre ninka so e bedane. Na dane bia be me yase me nua Richard Oti here and me rap ni abia Hopeson. Na so ni mu. Enti aso ni mu. Na se yebu ye ni gusu ka chen say compare such a surety which we know very well. Say ye nya. Deliberate na say ye punish no them.
Na no be bi no ne one ne yere. Ne yere de wetime miti bill term no adena papa no de mo nti MPP party kesi
you see mama ka say me cho the NDC for AN it's not as if say yenim hwe me nua opa sore sesi a neko nefa property as a surety na bill you will be investigate you how were you able to get it
but say what making quite pass
so this is what they are trying to do
And then no person more avoid.
No, they be any try to avoid it. Which means
this small boy in MPP bet him provide.
Oh, I guess what
they got.
The question say obi afun. Now for say wafun wabokro no.
Yes.
Court room no da ho no. Fa no ko bit match in fact constitution is saying the should be above 48 hours. So maintaining them for 48 hours, what are you trying to tell us? Because onya bill it. Okay, so onya ya take him or her to court. Na court to prove say okay, onipa I disable na court to sentence him.
But the MPP with a lot of lawyers, brainy lawyers in your setup, no. And so you can as well go to the court to seek for variation.
Of course, yes. I think that there was a time Ebimutu and Amo also, and then pull back. I don't know the reason why they pull back because they wanted to seek the interpretation of no. But even say papa na, I don't think say a fair. This political prosecution na Omo yeno. And no made the person me catch them say Omo hwe to me edane. And the Omo yeno edane a ye be yo mu bi. Me ma try be amaka.
So be yo mu bi.
Omo ni da ho. And Omo ye de Omo yen. You see yen can say microphone ndi boni because Mr. Mintra Hanka say Omo di boni because they have not been proven at the court.
Yes.
But say when ni da ho no wa sheda e detaining no and no na ye catch him say edru na ye ombia mo obi ankasa.
Okay.
But empanifo ewo emai mu ha say minim di ntia omo so omo ye din. At this time I was saying omo call NDC about to order say the mo ye no emwa oman but if all be quiet and I don't know
this guy no nya be there na.
That's one day. Muna papa nyani trimu dimu. Yes,
money Lord, we just be there.
Also mo persecute wo.
Mamenka say ma obia ntu futuro ngo Ghana fo ani.
Okay.
Ghana fo nyankwala wo.
I see.
10 years back, Ghana fo na was we ho no. Ebia be kan youth fo be kan be bia be kan sisi. Kwa na e fa so ye niam technology advancing. Nti MPP for that old time na omu play with words na omu di Ghana for adwuma akoro no etwam kane niam na nyina den etwam. We are in a new generation. They should be aware say Ghana for any daho papa ya e kana wasem e say friend Hanani.
Yes.
You see what the national buffer stock acquire collateral at 36 million Ghana cedis.
It's alleged.
Yeti ha ena mu
Bacho o kasanamwa bla o kasanamwa
nti allegation
ena omde koto wokoye collateral e ma private businessman ena sa private businessman no ko import rice emu sa mulu bedu ye no na monocrise expiry date asanka no
tininya allegation
na me ba enya allegation. Why not in this country?
Court Ben.
Oh, my brother, why not in this country?
No.
Allegation.
But allegation. Until some court.
I am Mamunya direct the thing well.
Yes,
let more care in the sense say about publications are who do Ghana education service.
So it remains an allegation.
Allegation
allegation.
You are not happy, Mr.
Ghana for
you are not happy.
Well, at times no.
You are not happy. Hey, and then maybe I need
Jamaican say. Sasemba na se kan. Se me kasa papa we kasa. Jamaican no e bia na Ghana for tifie nyina ehwe. Omo nim se Jamaican no kre. But obu on man adwemu ye ntanta. Wa we journalist no. Wo na bua. Ama tefo na hu se.
Ghana for who say yes. There was a report to say one important riser na apro. There was a report to say Ghana education service for ebe ye say. Man kon ko ye dey say ni assembly of Ghana enya no pre.
Etefo. Etefo. They tell say ensem a Mr. Yikan, Yenyahu report, and okre. But it stands as an allegation. Court
the man is proving, yes.
Okay. Or the buyer, na a spider, and I say, yes, spider.
It is proving, sir. The current former national buffer stock penino CEO no. What the national buffer stock collect collateral. The loan. A private businessman away NPP ni. Emma what the import rice among at the bagana has say. Some no bedu Ghana no. Na expiry date akano. Emma omukoya rebargain. Emma rebargain no. Omu de mono kono aduane magana. The students a school for school feeding program. Omu de most of the district MMDCs. Na oma kwa chamo no de amomo. Ena omu to be there the same masa mo na mo che no. Expiry date adai akano. Enye me Richard am tie na me di release no bae. Ghana Education Service are almost supervising.
Exactly. Say
exposed by a member of parliament for North.
Yes, that time no crane PRO for Ghana Ministry of Education kura.
Yeah, kwasi
kwatin ene okasama oni journalist bi kura nya altercation e wo radio so ye nuanu mo 3 news Johnny Hughes e mo walk out of the studio.
Yeah. And the point I want to make is say, no one should take this matter for granted because Obi bet me womb. I don't know here no so say the same case. And they did Chachukata. President John Adekunku was a Chachukata at the GMPC. Akwa collateral either my private business person and they didn't go to Emrano, Ebubo, no, I didn't go to jail. But you know, Asema can say a TF way.
You could,
Asema can say, Papa, I can wasami. Were you so or many ding at their profit on only bottom? And to say, Namana channel. Nasi, I say, dream now what you know. I was say, unsatisfy a certain bill condition. We need to allow that to happen. Papa, more and Casabia. Condition here too tight. 36 million Ghana cedis. So how do you call all the cedis, man? 360 billion.
Obi.
Maybe.
Now do respect on the Obi.
No, I don't know. Wow, yes, you. What are you talking? 360 billion. I say my canon. I'm very sure. Say Yoko no say. Matter no very serious heavy matter asema emuye din na papa we a okano MPP fo ankasa omo twesan omo nim say de omo ye na de num dwase ebebre omo saa na omo ye chama untumi case ekọ wi ase na omo say omo say ni enim say saa chama untumi kura no wakoji loan be 10 million Ghana cedis old 100 billion na what they say okwakoye afuo no wankoye afuo no na wakodi sika no ye nya bi adinti no say na enim Entino ene omunim se wo ko na so mko ya binu be sere o mo se de mo ye no ye nim guase mu njaye enti MPP for
ya bi waka dada ma hope nya the bite na we are madam oh okay
oya madam for
I say no nya bi edi
enso so no
me kan se ne tie
okay
what you say
yes
me kan se ne tie pepepe me emre bi ada me ka se me kan bi pass about me show because none of them our case hopes mama one see the contract kone kokoye none of them eti me can me sro hwe yese akufado no high train 17,000 BBB
pounds per hour
anambwa abradi e kana semi wonim say one of the birthday or chatat private jet ese some people penifo gumu mo di birthday no wiem
ai sa
o mu di no wiem
Ndi menimu.
Mo ayi producer mo hwe bia na mo video no. Mo ni ade metima hwehwa mamo. O mu di no wiem. I said this is MPP birthday. Ata me hu video na say kai akoi benya problem. O birthday. Atata Freddy Blade on Boadu one more MPP big ways. E go private jet mo di birthday. City way setting bebe for mo. Na mo ya the day. Birthday, ya cheta private jet. This is the man we are talking about.
See.
And then, Kwame Despite, one was what the fighter Ibrahim Mahama. One was what the Yakwa Kujina we say me birthday da. say do agongo
Abraham Amabon the man concession the biggest ever in this country.
So one akwaje na
ayo
Ibrahim Mahama worked as a business worked as a businessman under Kufuor to get the biggest in Liberia everywhere.
And in 6 months, Wasanya the biggest concession ever in this country.
Ategya.
I don't want to prepare.
MPP for say no tell me too harsh.
Meba ho. Eti me intitia aba me matibi. They say tax evasion, money laundering, and the rest. When you pick on money laundering alone, it's a serious crime.
Yeah.
Because Ghana, you can United Nations, Commonwealth, you can no ally, whatever group will be a your womb.
Yeah.
Now, that group no monitor every country. What can I say? Money laundering be pass up to some few years. I know muye free red the bar say yellow say you so when you know eti say koso dia esesa ban e manani eyede e koso like obehwade move ebia $100 million na babeto account mu yenhu say business we no waye waseni sade we na ye tua woka aba ene ne kai ka ho ne nyina no erezi alarm. Nansa na omo be work on it no. Now there is a red flag from somewhere. Ebi a country na ye move say sika no woso no. Dey be omo raise red flag. E no ne baba abanso so akom ahwehwem. So on that no. It is anyoma we nyina akoso. Now say 48 hours as say otiminya be ni ne ekakeka ho no. Ano no there is neither here nor there. Ya do ko police station, ya do ko yoko BNI any ade. Now do 1 hour, yes ya mau pay. Now you hear ensure we box obako and know the bear obey conditions. What the bar coffee. That's one man for box number. Would 100 this? Emrebian for moyo. Institution for mumrebia. Many workers say Hannah has been given a bail. Now bail na yamano maybe senior.
What's the one year ding mount?
Anything. Me person me use the correct term tina me here, you know. Me person me use the word crime. No mum senior situation it here at the crowd wa ye no. TNT and they be omo beka say oh ye hear sad dey way. Nipa na wo dey ban because they don't want him to escape. Say wo be jinam now decide no ba no escape ani aso mu. Wa hu dey je no. Eti number 2. Say yes here fight corruption there. And yes say play romance. When it comes to corruption and corruption-related issues. As I say, play romance. As I say, you had no be able to say, hey, Sadi way said to me, and it's out now. Let me start this war threatening your baby mubia. It's neither here nor there. We are all coming together to fight corruption. That's what I'm busy say, why you be
then you see, any Yoko should let the whole thing be free and fair, no discrimination. Other than that, you will and a jelly your mammy said Natamacru. You will go and buy. I'm coming. So you have to fail to do it. No, Richard, I'm coming. Richard, relax. They should be free and fair. I am MPP were not ready to fight corruption. Again, we are not ready. Because if we were ready, to be now.
What will come here? I will share prosecution. I say, yeah. Well, cost one or yes or and then court permitted her. I will call you. When Timama back, but still now your sentence. Yes. Now, being main is all yes, smart too, said then you, huh? What country or mono and under your card is Interpol? Yeah. How do you get him? Get it. How do you get it? I don't know. A different case altogether. Your sentence no say. All right. Said do crop hand there. NDC government will arrest her. So basically,
Richard say. Richard can be say.
Me last way.
Richard say. Wakra emwa asay aba. Eni achi no. Obi so craft fertilizer aba asay aba. And say nipa na free.
Ya di asem no.
More the kind of discrimination.
Nipa na ewu na o tie ni sen
oh anra na tie no me ya say we are saying for wo nya nipa
debi
cause nyina edu
exactly
na amrebe mu ne edu be a ohwa this year learn say around November mu ho na obenya 41 years around December obenya 41 years na he is in his 40s.
Yes.
Was struggle with last 4 years election or call yeah. Was struggle yeah. When to win and this very last year yeah so they are call yeah so and so you win no who be same be later crowd no odi enum gase crowd parliament house I say court a man order say on free parliament I'm not sure you court Kofodia court
convicted Supreme Court
yes
ebe kwashi yes in the last 2 weeks or so by Supreme Court
and I'm who video time Kofodia High Court man order say on free parliament and I was sorry afa ne file or the free parliament akọ na wasan fight ya wasan konya win no Supreme Court I feel well losing a life no oh na eya nipa nsa hwe nti nyankopon amfa ne kransie yi na yamma bushako ni abushafo ni nyina hyeden se nyankopon ne nim de yema ne mba eya times no abusha bi won obokom no ya obrempon kase pa bia na oyebusha no krani ti asem sei pa ya na yeah, and I'm seeing what Fabako.
Yes.
Our interview one of the media houses. Because I was running only beer. So be beer but to beer. With me bois. A bois. Na Mrs. Tapeni Crown so sound so I saw one certain chapel for a long time. But neither in your so serious. So I know 2 news and this is an collapse here. Yes. You should tell you the kind of person the man is. We are from different political divide, but say Brian bring name
one day.
See, I'm before your mom was shedding. Marshall, NSC, honorable NSC, I'll come in. I'll coupon for the currency. Number of problems, you are coupon.
Great.
Amen.
All right. See, yeah. Richard Nyai and our team NDC communication team member Sansona Chairman Collins Asante and also our Minomu Esinkoya Ablekuma South constituency and Udi Chairman was also a member of the national communication team and the NPP among you. Now, Yanko and Semni, but they are started with the Ablekuma conversation.
Which is very, very important.
Ya duele o ewo so kakra na afi ye hwese de anyama besifa akọ ewo ho Ablekuma nsem no esia what we hear is say parliamentary candidate in the court party ni tanechi one of the things ya all seeking reliefs ya all seeking is court ni injunctive process no for Friday we are yet to know what the court will also say about that. Accusations left, right, center. NDC for say or court, but on Namusuna say a campaign in the Kikeka. Also say Yanokre and I be a more electoral officer. Ekasa will say mobile press conference or the office or doco so that the party no better position is say the omoko even though moko court no what the party strategy or position here ni nyina no je ne senchema
yo but that's it my menchia wati for ne ahwefo menchia menia Richard okay but to set the record straight candidate and started campaign
okay
to enyano correct in the first place and then the stand of the party and say ye twe ho afri abana omokoto no okay because electoral commission any as a party no end in year I didn't make us from the one I throw abai we ye nyina enim sensema see wo Ablekuma North to the sense say copy court ma court ma order say omunko omujitumu say I got just 3 polling stations omu press conference I confirm in fact the koshia IGP electoral commission simply for when you know electoral commission ejitumu say I got only 3 polling stations and to say that sorry now say obey 19 polling station. The question is what has changed hold on yeah problem of course the stand of the party now yeah court okay for party to grant the injunction on the election because you who didn't hear it was a election no a basu say even pool say a basu it shouldn't be the 19 polling station it should be the 3 polling stations yeah papa Dr. Bosman ejitum call parliament to catch the party mreshaf obom work on the same run say I got 3 polling stations per electoral commission bay say ye beja tumumpo and then I was say atreno and then kokoshe but the question we keep asking ourselves say e dey na ba ya na answer ne electoral commission say 19 obabe is it because of warning now and not threat now the general secretary of the ruling government ebetena TV ni radio so ema omunana because you see already no makadada say electoral commission onum so grawa ma ombesesana and I think say for me I don't have the evidence but to see say the U10 of the electoral commission tells me say maybe they want to seek the face of the NTC okay and then yenyama mo na bia mo nya yentena ho that is what some of us we are believing other than that we are surprised because you see even the polling stations now they are 19 they already 3 polling stations now asem one hono kra ba kokra nim 1 polling station the one at the Glory Land in 19 no wale no waji atum say no asem one that was say and so call list new polling station but no nima it means that they were in a rush just to do something to satisfy the electoral commission but mesre yama ameno you see say winning NDC here bibia no wa we are be NDC forfeit akwa say otefra akoto nko contem no matter what you do it will not survive enti mo nye na dwen say okoije e dey favor NDC na at the end of the day NDC for agya no say ontena ho enye adwuma because damper report boa o secret mo we ni aban ko ma pam no today they are sacking the chief justice now how much more you the religion no that is the attitude of NDC bibia no be ya
enkomo no di yi na o ya se won
me say enkomo no and kware no be wa
me feel say security Dampari was doing his work okay. He had a mandate to make sure say about one be call asundue kwanso why ye
okay work I say a court no court na ka say on provide the electoral commission security for nkonka A3 no wa ma why
but the security meantime
so it tells you that something has gone on yes it's immediate message me mama no it will be better say obi free office with a clean sheet than say obi go ni hufi because oyeden NDC for chairman national chairman of the party na kasi ebepamo Richard Otie Eminu wa kasi obepamo NDC communicators na say obepamo to oyeden ya obepamo but it will be better say obeja to okay the good people of Ablekuma South here member of parliament which omo elect yenia yemami ekwa free of course ekwa free every election with the 414 votes even say you see kind 3 polling stations now the woman is still leading by 414 votes
okay 1 minute but me bisa asem quick one na yia no unim said the election was called ujitum
called as what
collation center the electoral officer the returning officer for the parliamentary election ɛwɔ that constituency ɛtu dini bɔ onipa wadi nkunim ɛwɔ abato
yenim because onipa yenim say wadi aba pay ye records ye pink sheet ni scan sheet ekita.
I am talking about the electoral commission officer.
Na electoral commission for no so many documentation, so on what basis or they declare election?
No, so what the point is I'm trying to make is that the election was called. Your body ekase osimesi obentin and edi nkunim pejani nsa ewo collation center we aware.
Menya aware.
Okay.
Yes, because document omudi be declare no omuso omuni bi nti the document omudi declare.
Very manual ene the people of Akutia eto something koto no so aba eyi ni se won be di the people of Akutia ni mo no e the Akutia constituency no and they are ka say wa nyame dia penifo be ka say wada ni benkum so ana se otwe nani ahwe and they ka marahye bedwafo a one more part of the 9th parliament and they kan a yentimi nkan no ka ho bi. The only thing we can say is the late Ernest Yaokumi. It's unfortunate. It's very, very unfortunate. Say, a brandy bebuno, yeah, Ken. He's just about 41 years. 41. It's so. It's just say, because a lot of conversation about around need, but it's expected because among for Diao. Obia nipa na ewu no sebi nipa na ewu no ntine ni political color and we share the pour out of grief or yaudie ni nkranhye semo ekọ abusuane ho ni members of parliament ho no a yesterday I was in parliament me bo anan na me wo ho we share MPs ni nyina both minority majority why say independent full everybody including parliamentary service staff for adwumayefo ewo ho nyina na hye se enye ni kasem kra abusua enti it's just unfortunate 6 months bi aya to ne so aba 6 months into ni MPship na akoba ni say no na asem ya rehosem papa but like I said this is a man who all along, you know, I think from 2016 to, and there I mean, no can say, na or pepa ne when you see a different so, but so many mindful Akutia, and very active, very active in the space of politics, and for more deep political terrain, Cheka especially from 2010 banana upipa because of the way I didn't come offer or a party communicator. I mean, the Honorable Kumi Ayobia on any corset so. In fact, say yen tiemu debi and I say sebi yen kasebia and hontie and for penny be home. Ubia also was our record ni bibia betimi dia ba. Me who be that coming from this member of parliament. And it's unfortunate. But ye tie account na as to dear hey, na die ni see because very me and nanu fear they are obepie mu otakra yani na ne nam Sunday in fact utie ni minister for Akutia ehonu mu a o si Sunday around 6 o'clock onu no an nam oni na ne ko otakra de ho ebe see no Malam Junction e mo no si yani ayi bi kra ni dia jokes bi ni ade a enti chese ensem no ha but eya semu. This is what the account here free ebusiano ho. In fact, ni nua ni mpompa na yete na no this but ye be ka say as a nation no and ebusian wo hwe screen so a ma hye bedwe fie ho no na kunwa na ye de kojan say enibraba ewo ho and ye ne minority chief the honorable member for Insa, you know, actually in common say I was say one to san among to signify say in fact and which you know the leader of the minority side, the honorable Afenyo Markins, and so
officially to the House, Mr. Speaker. Meshebejano nkuhia sɛ wɔn toa so because na obia whether opinion yɛ whatever ɛwɔ fie hɔ enra no nti no Meshebejano no through Mr. Speaker ɛyɛ sɛ ɛwɔ mu sɛ deɛ ɛbɛyɛ a wɔn betimi na but deɛ ne yɛ ka no all the time no yapo mu den yenkwa ewo Awurade nsem de ono de opɛ ɛna ɛno nti ne ho behia sɛ da ne da nyina no sɛ ɔbɔ adeɛ ehu yɛ mmɔbɔ na sɛ ɔde yenkwa de kyɛ yɛ nia da nyina no yɛde aseda ɛbɛma no sɛ next the honorable Ernest Yaokumi onim sɛ say the beto no me sure say nka it would have taken another but that is life. Life ne bia no nti ebusia ye ntoa mane nwa ye hwe anim se first of all ye pese ye ma ne yere yako CTV oman Ghana nkoso adwumedie ye nyina no ye so Ghana fo nsa anase ye de ntima ebo Ghana fo ntima no ne ama abusua no nso yako oyere no yako ne ma wogya o machire ne nso ye ma omo yako na yakase Awurade no ano de ma even though sankomo we no ya na mo ya wo de ka kire obi a sebe ne koma ye ne yase ya it will not make sense but that is what ye nyini abeto saa na twerɛ no nso Kristofo no saa na twerɛ no nso ema ye te ase nti no ye nyina no ye ma abusua ne yako ye ma oyere no ye ma ono nso yako because ye tie ne so ono no te ne ho ani ne mother-in-law fiti anadwo be ahimachi be 2 am onya saa situation no medical condition no a omo rushing in the call Leicester Hospital okoko ye nyamedia ewo ho no but as far as we know no, through the Honorable Collins Adomaku Mensah and some few friends Erica J CEO for NEIP ni busianfo kakra omo ne no ye mate ewo school me ken no law school. In fact, 2 weeks ago, no, last week, and not sure ni final exams. Our hese Nyankopon ebeboana October ya, Chinechi October ya, yabe calling it to the bar to become a lawyer. And Fofian Tuata Akobani say, in fact, in Chiremokraso ba se na usua de because o moot exercise, ye ka mutwa. Mo musua mrane ade no. I say shadow court ubekwa akugina ninga kan tete edit a lawyer for mo Ghana Law School ni ade to ubekwa akugina na afi wonso ye de nsem bi betudwa na wo gina as a lawyer na what demonstrated their wosua over the period ni nyina and e friend moot no ntina or prepare ne ho towards that moot exercise ya or complaining say ne chest ye ne ya Fofian Kotuata Bibia. And a lot of messages are free and penifo bebre ho. Nanado Dankweku for the ex-president, His Excellency Nanado Dankweku Fado. SC was shocked. Otia Semono Abonipusa. Sa Dr. Mahmoud Baumia and the MPP Abusiani Nano and Rana and Nikasem Crow, Koni Krum, Achim Wenchi ho ewo Akutia Honwa, Abusia na anwarding. Party for Adofo. It is a busianfo nyina no na enya asem a eye nikasem but said ye yaka no life will still go on Nyankopon emma no tenabia pa said ye be ya e de nyina e be feature o ye de ben wo de wo pa ye de ditumi e wo wiase nyina wo ye de be one day nyina e be ko said ye be ya nyina e kwa na yakwa koshia no e wo asomdwe kan so.
Citizens, policymakers, and CSOs will all come together to advance social justice in this country, and especially to me as the MP for Ategya in this country. Thank you.
I was yes, Techaman Pro, and ebi na uhuno. For so many years, this will be on record, and at any point in time, your person, your body voice, now you're tinning the near the idea, you beat me, and this is an example of the adage say, Techema Empro. Ntino will continue, and we share the disposition. Like I said, me di kind things and come make I say, the Honorable Ernest Yaokumini was a very calm person. We just said, no more heck on the crania, they were funny, cool, and yeah, giddy, but he will still go ahead to make his point. And no, dear, you can ask anybody on in a call political discussion, so and now say what's not said to Supain. Ubetimid, your baby, he will come for you. We are the person candidate, he will make it clear. And he is unfortunate, but they said the medical canon, Yankopon and Crano and Maye until say Busiano de and she share beba na yachere die be ne yin the keke honing de. We are still here. We pray for the family and all that. But Mami Nka say, in fact, any politics, nipa ne ewu no, all other things that may happen between December 10 up to time wa odi free mono any election matter is in court to wadaroma yembe ye sa kana politics no wa ha no we will not do that nipa na ewu no and we are staying focused and grieving with the family on that regard nti ye de dem ase e wo ho ebusia afi yen hwei yen so atiasifo yi de na ekoma ye obviously ye de wo ho you be sure dey be say 2024 elections ne dey nsem bebre na e aba and ebusia who screen so Ablekuma North constituency once again in the picture 2024 parliamentary elections no but these are contentious figures. In fact 281 of 281 pink sheets as at the time no it had 34,610 representing 50.30%, and 34,199 representing 49.70. So this is what was in contention, and Mamin Kani say the matter is officially in court, and so we will not go into it. But this is the NPP's claim. The New Patriotic Party, one claim will say these were the figures as at the time, 10th December 2024, which the NDC contested. In fact, on the day of the coalition, what really happened at the coalition center was that the electoral officer, not the presiding officer, or whoever it is, at the coalition center, etudini making it clear, say the honorable member Irabna Obin and Edin Kunim on the ticket of the NDC. And no actually no, and easy no buy somewhere around 20th December, ho baby. Ebeka Tre say, one more her videos near dear Keke Kahomoni, the returning officer for the parliamentary elections for Ablekuma North, Edin Sawaso Edin Kitahoni at the idea. Emma Watcheni say, Watcher Womo say, he was under duress, Bronica duress, and I just say, na Nkofo Sheno, na Woma threatening say one call the election for the NDC. The BCBC need the Keke Kanti Emma Bejaye, a course ho. And Tino, the Electoral Commission through Jean Mensah, Madam Jean Mensah, Emma Yaso to say, because of Sa and Comodiano in Chirimune free, one more returning officer and her Benintino. One more edges are about 22 more and ye. And so there has to be a recoalition. And no kuko we tesa no ne de keke ho and the rest once again a history a court a supreme court no MPP court ko file mandamus say embrano share and supreme court no share the electoral commission kete say omra meye na adwuma ni coalition na e wo so ye na abato ni CPDC esita no omra meye eno na nso ko fa nsem bebre ebe wie chire no mi pin sheet ayira mi ni pin sheet you can say polling station electoral officers of the electoral commission in some of the polling stations no eba be dia dance here e wo ho ebinim say we mi ana me twere ebi so say we dia mi nim ho hwe obi si o figures we no but the figures for I can say destroyed or ballot papers in reference in rejected ballot no. Yes, rejected ballot no figures no enye me na me twere. There are a lot of reasons. There are a lot of reasons and for the my FR17 no who share the returning officer for the Ablekuma North constituency na. Now the man was also in a fix. They want to me because I don't know what maintain say saka figures no right. Now amount for dear dance here, the officers in dear dance here say these were the actual figures on the ground. He will go ahead and call the election, but at the end of the day, you know, Nina Koba say, and this is home on pin sheet, you know, Ebiaira, and Uber Kaya, Emma, baby Kranoa, you could keep ballot boxes in pin sheet, you know, you will chroma and a jatum, Ewo Kwashima or Doko Quatimpono so. Emma Jacko Tohona, ballot papers in the ballot boxes in Nano, and Namino can say, Ashe evidence be any ho. And you did the Musa, a RHA, NPP so one more scan copies, Yate, scan copies in a buyer, original copies in Ehunu. And so the question is, say, if you have scan copies, what are the originals? And so be a Boachibidi, Yakeka, and as you say, Electoral Commission, the Abase. 19 polling stations, and I will say, Sanko Tuswa baby. I'm sure that should have even settled the matter. That should have even settled the matter, even though some of the MPP and the NDC and problems with the Electoral Commission. But I think that this should have settled the matter. But as again, the MPP as a political party, men can say one more candidate and a year the honorable a golden lady. Son of my friend, na who tedino no. Oko Ablekuma North, oka golden lady dia. Nature say onwana eba. Ese no was say ne bonjo so enti wako court, high court, ako file enra and as our process no a course so enti asem na kodi court ne de ebeja court no to look into it. But in 70 be a war here and say court in man and say court infa a share anamfa tabo into elections no electoral commission I say be no on the 11th no of July Friday away enimiano Kebeya I mean court in the electoral commission on stopping from organizing that election. There are other reliefs here OCK for say electoral commission they will declare that and one and who do need the KK account. So like I said, our court in the Abeja na court no at more for both sides in ceremony at the idea on me who kwanya on me fast so said the beya asumje mapa ebeba Ablekuma North constituency ona ebusianfo a wono mo wo constituency no na hia sisi. I mean at the end of the day 6 months wo mun share there hunu bibia a koso e wo mun person so because they don't have a representation in parliament, which is not the good situation, which is not a very interesting situation for the people of Ablekuma North constituency. Ti ebesre just asem we no in fact ebe ko show say be ya there will be finality. Na the people of Ablekuma North no enya wo mo na musini e wo mrahye bedwa ho na ono so akwako di dwuma e de aboa wo mo ye ken there are a lot of policies are buying no e roll out wa ye hwe say wo mo nso benya mfasodie e wo so nti eno ne Ablekuma nsem a update ya ye de bre wo and we keep on bringing you update no copy time a asem no ni nyina no e beba ewiye e wo ho na ye di si no ye wo krom ha na ye ti se the Accra mayor etu anamon bi na anamon a wotu ne se but yenhwe se Accra mayor no tu sa anamon akwa akosi sen nti eno no ekina ye the full details no ebebrɛw ɛwɔ ho na afi wehu se krom ha no se yentimamufo no ana yesuba nyewu se yenso a na kyerɛ se mpanifo adi enim na wɔnom nso sebi won munye proactive anase ni nyina na ekira no ye behunu muade ye beka no sedia e wo se ye ka no na tumi ete yende wo ho but ye di nkomo ni si wo krakra wo canopy so no 24-hour economy no sisi no ya launch bibia no akọ kama mampani akire say one of the flagship programs and one of the conversation a course so in fact Ebra NDC ni MPP in fact the electioneering campaign no into abonimu no na security some people were asking say 24-hour economy ni there say ebetime gina pa no na say inya banbo one of the things here aban betimi edi ni na si ho na hyebo say obe provide enough security for some of these entities here. Any team mu fokura no a sebi ye bekọ adwuma because ye ken obi bekọ adwuma nopa obepon awia be se ebia be 2 no obi wa be sesa no so beba be ye bia to 8 ana 9 nso bi so beba aba be yi no akwa ye adwuma akosi be bia 4 in that cycle ne ade a ebusia enti na ho be hia se security nsensem ne de e wo se ye hwe ne ye but na ye ken aban no as I speak to you today I hear say secretariat a whole secretariat yediama 24-hour economy security inti endei se wo subscribe to the 24-hour economy policy no a e wo se wo hwe anim so se aban no e de security measures papa bi e na egu ho se de be ya wo benya hotoso se me manfo ana me adwumayefo o mo ba adwuma anopa ahmachi awia anadwo enumre whatever no omo benya sa hotoso ne se there's total protection system no there will be police all over 24 hours baby bia obefa bia na police in fact that enclave no kra na adwuma ne wono me sure say security will be all over the place to ensure say omunya unnecessary attacks bia ne ade from mamboyefo bia na say wono mu asabi adwun papa bia eni wo mu tirimu e wo hono nti no very good and dra and so yenya nti say the police pass out over 1,000 and something 1,001 or something policemen men and women and run so one more a down dear wo na bibia so it is a good initiative we are praying say aban be koswa na all other factors here and as the ingina so a ebema 24-hour economy no etimi ejina brani e wo hono no wo me koswa ye saade no said be ya aban no enim ebeba nyam ewo ho and so we thank the Ministry of Interior say we nya say nisuade hunu no say we establish sa secretariat no ediama the 24-hour economy said e be ya won mu bibia won mu ye bia no ebetimi na akoyi na ewie peyo ewo ho no enti that is that for canopy jumedi na enanope enti no obi anya rest assured say the 24-hour economy there will be maximum security to say the abani kan abra na wo born to ano and yina no ya upload say won mo nkoso nya ne sa say de be ya obi bia na obe sign company business bia no ana timamuni ni so ono so be begia tum so obekọ adwuma homachi ne ade no ono so benya hotoso say there is enough security e wo town a and then oteka mu kra na obi nkoyi ni nsi enkoboro no ngine ho ne ama anaso mpo say wo bo nan na akọ na adwuma obi nkohia no kwantimfi na onini nkoye bijabija nkupra no anase onkoje ni nkwakra infinity mti ye de besi wa ha na ya encourage you say this is the time I want so no betimi na wo de wadwen kire e de aba 0302771593 0302771593 said the medical canon especially for bema ononyamfo ya hwere no abusia wo ba membe ye politics with it wadama with all due respect ye ba ye nka asem no akutiansem Kutia election no it is not the subject matter for today to ba sem whatever you want to tell the family no na obekana efe because sebi nipa na ewu na at the end of the day no ye koba nyina no we don't have control over your life ebusia we don't have control over your life nti yensusu na yenka honsem no 24-hour economy so nhihye no na maboso e de a kire ne Ablekuma no so and the new patriotic party candidate the honorable Ekwefriye wako court akwa say obinya reliefs na osiki for no ewo ho na say the baby bia ebekoye nti wonso betimi afre 0302771593 Facebook no so my CTVGH betimi de comment no e de afa ho de aba na afi magebre na makan e de ama me you text no WhatsApp no so betimi de aba e wo 0242707574 e ho na agebre na akan e de ama. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning. Nyame adom
na so no bisa tamen so me ho tete na efe ati
yo
akadi akawoni o mampani dia mba ya ba we uni kuma na sa no kura sa mta Africa so there for my in tutu container no nem.
Okay, all right.
Company mame chia chief of staff me cho na bo for sample jo ashama ana owura Mr. Ivan Samo maybe will be on Yamekan and an amp. Opening, we are a NS Yao, me, I have hooked them. Me and Casami, me free, actually catching mine.
Oh, okay.
Not to say.
And so when you come now free.
Yeah, oh, free to all.
Let be honorable. Oh, okay. Great.
Oh, this so fast 24-hour economy. And now all yes say member boom. Do nara. Let me reduce unemployment. And ya I'll say upon a passo. You put your some mano. Me you stop also. Now you need for you no pet me cost. Na Ghana, ye crabeke, na be get me koi. Now coins no so you don't idea on one you know. The best the people around the coins but what idea woman you know. Report on my police. Because first and you travel. And yet, I don't know how we manage to come. Let me and now who chose if I see the crowd. And you have to play now because then you are saying a ticker. And so I see the case.
Yeah.
If you have a friend, I'm going to say, now I need that for I am penny for your bathroom. Person with disability, we come when you measure your watch it. Okay. Na mo say you need that for you be just as an gentleman man. It's a person with disability. Yeah, that's what I dam. Mummo the answer which me say.
All right. Yo, minia me da say e wo ho nso o de wadwen kire dia ba. But this conversation about coins here and mama for e decide say wo monji no very interesting. E be ko ho na ya hwe. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Ibra.
Ebisiana bibi aboko de.
Mpasho nyame de na so ache.
Nyame adom. Bodi no bibi o kase free.
Bright ni ame kasa free abuso kan.
Yeah, bright. Yes.
Amintia ono Alaji ya Kondo. Na mintia Courage. Nunapaku ewo TDC. Mpasho ono aboko fie tuma ho ye.
Ne ho ye pa.
Mpasho ya na wasisia. Ya na watia na mame.
Watia.
Na men kamu na mo.
Yeah, that's it.
Usha about coins asemi de. If you cost coins no. Yeah, the coins ni ma titiri omo amuton nsuo no. Omo mpesa ombeji. Mentia say saade no because obi aso ka say man dey coins o man we mu. Say dey na tima before it ni gina o say coins we dey me dey menji.
Yeah.
Ni na Mijuwa mintiase. Onimi enam se SSC John Dramani mama. Yanya aban papa ene abuso kan for ekotema port. Eko yi omunua masandi na e de babuso kan. Enam se 24-hour economy na ye lunch ye no. Asate ye ejuma.
Yes.
Ene amenu kase ye school kola omuko tro BC exam. First no so omuko check omo results na unim se omutu aka. Yanya ban papa wa scratch saade na free wa okwa ko check ya e free. Enti aban no e ko so ye ejuma. Ye besre appointees no so. Honorable John Jinafo, Energy Minister, yesre na containers na eyira ye no. Ebesi ene on briefing Ghana for bibi anfa ho. Bright. Asemo edigu pono so wan ka ba kokora. Oje. Enzemo egu pono so. Ni na ka oja, ni na ka ejuma no. Because I am container assembly there because we might make the Mano Alpha of ECG like here and I say honorable John Jinafo. Hello, right. Oh, David. All right. Hello, good morning. Body baby Okase free.
Good morning, my brother.
Yes, sir.
We did Idris Jaman, through Upper West Region.
Yo, Idris, it's you.
Yeah, my chairman, the MP, Dr. Hassan Rashid Belipo.
Great.
Namme chair Munina, TV station Nina.
Yeah, that's it.
I chair ya to Timam say Metin catcher.
Okay, you have a catcher.
But you know, my uncle Ablekuma North, you know, about to make a son. Number one, won't say the easy no, or problem can say, no problem back with who easy, and political parties, and common nipincy, who easy no, all those who pincy, who's also there na equine. Number two, Anka easy nika say NDC for our attack can say on declare, amma NDC no. Satam the mamu that mamu pisa question. Satam the why na what? Even na what abayimu. NDC bit ma kwa takro. Na MPP ni pa kona wa want me tako. Satam no yet to abayimu for sa MP sa nyina fuyi. Kwese ni nyina no. Uko why na taki easy for pa. What say easy for no mo kan no kura ba ko si. Number 1, almost sanko ye election for honom no. That's the kind of mobile, that's the Catatan or Moka account of Jean Mensah, and then no Mutibeya na government best man at the Capo for. Something yet to make us say, is Jean Mensah or a very, very incompetent. Anything I catch a woman uniform said, oh, say MPP for Crabetta, she said, Mammy or Nimdia, oh, yeah.
Okay.
But Mamma 24-hour economy in China.
Okay.
Once the Sadiano, the security issue is very, very critical. And because security police one do or Mofano, to say, I'm not boy from Acha, Obia. Matter to me, you so cap, the get them or fast, some Pia and Falcoin Pia, so no, or the Bajoseka. I would not boy Cronacha or Ponoqua is sitting in the solo. Into Papa almost a year. Amaya. Police for no, the moon for a Paco see. And the way we are Viano and can not do a movie Ategya, Master M. Boya. Okay, but me that's a bar.
Yeah, that's it. Is and so for free wa Potemo. All right, on Subit Miabra. Now, so better waging Ewa Humanaso. Hello, good morning. What are my body, baby, or Cassie free?
Good morning. If I'm David Balayo, and I have your man job.
Yo, it's you.
I know after my car, no, Yami from the class here. Because ye Ablekuma North now, Ebeko Akotiago continue feature more. Name say we are somewhere in the middle.
Yes.
Oh, I am Yapa. Yo, and after that, Mama, so you say 24-hour economy, no, or bet year.
Yes.
And I'll be in a year. But I did back Sami Power Ghana. But say. I say, I'll buy my penny of and Brasse, all the government hospitals, necessary government hospitals now, who call hospital, I for phone call. Because there might be a cost war, government hospital. So will be Yari, will be Wokwana, necessary fuck it a phone, almost tattoo a phone, so walk from Muka on the Yao. Oh, membership, Hawway Hospital, County.
I see.
Many hospitals. Account they are buying on fire Rambiba. We are national hospital. So hospital line to hobby this here. They are from Hormo. Now, phone security man or your phone.
Okay.
Yo.